the hustle we pay. Man get them so much thing, but you know man jail. Me I don't wanna stress no more. Doing my best, they don't feel me down. Easy like them, no it's not my fault. And I'm a contractor, so let me go. All the things are coming in. So keep on having faith. I mean, I'm a demon, yaga, think of it. To be a superstar, I got no pain. One day I will make it go. I will be a superstar. Oh, really? One day I will make it go. I will be a superstar. Oh, really? Say down on the low, I'll be grinding. Also my business, I'm my doing. Along Cuba with the killer. Going down with the killer. So many sleepless nights, Bukala. Along near Bukala. I already know what the grinding. I will make it right on the timing. We are done here, we are done brush. Wanna get the next chicken on top. Who can not stop like a thing of them dog. Hey, now I let them go. I'm a dog celebrating now. All the way up, you can take me down. They are new, but I know this time. All the pretty girls, they might jam my sound. One day I will make it go. I will be a superstar.
Alright people, after the young party this but right now by Molez featuring Tamsir, and that was another great track. And now we're going to track number 11, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, Wanted was produced by Seka Beats. Next track is featuring another Gambian talent currently based in the US, Ayeezy of Nobles, and this song is titled FEMA. It's a fuller song and also produced by Seka Beats, DJ Style. Yo, that was FEMA featuring Ayeezy, produced by Seka Beats. And now we're going to track number 12. And track number 12 is titled Hajaka, featuring Ziggy. And guess what? The beat is produced by there you go, Seka Beats style.
I don't know, but I eat, making this money on forget me. Who let me? Where them the way you taking up on that is driving me crazy. Don't forget me. Oh, driving me crazy. Keeping me down like a virgin. Me on top fly like a Latin. Osama Bin Laden. They can never see me Latin. You can never go down me. Move stop my G. Man, I'm a reload G. I put 5 on a day low key. Making this money or die.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. I just heard second beats again, second beats. So the next track number 13, is titled Sute, featuring Bad Boy Dada, and beat is by Seka Beats. Let's go, DJ style.
Yes, Assalamualaikum once again.
Take care.
Mang New Year, you know. Te como holte ham na mak favor day, you know, where most mo kana pin kila pung mamunonyog day. You know, so most da laban ka adis mo mantene, you know, mag mom yaga na, you know. It's been so long mag mom. And since buñ dooree Molez was a rapper, you know, mu ñëw be war a toolu fii nii loolu maag moom suñu liggéey la. te moo ko wax ne daal nga gën a focus comme na ko nekk di ko waxee rek nekkul yow sax nga gën a focus but nañ gën a focus maag yow. You know, yeah, te at bii nii maag yow dañ jël award together. te xam naa ne next year maag yow dinañ jël award di gën a mag incha allah. You know, bro, di jërëleen jëf waay.
Thank you very much. And someone also has something to say over here.
Hi guys, I am Def. Okay. Man comme le ma was xale bu nga xam ne la to be honest dafa over yar wala pare dafa respect nit yi. Si album am bi man ma si gën a ne mooy jigéen yi because soo ko bàyyi xel loolu mu ngi dem si society bi understand te loolu tamit dañ ko war a over bàyyi xel because di nga gis ku nga xam ne nii mag bu nga xam ne nii dafa saako rakam nga gis oncle bu saako jarbaatam o doomam papa bu saako yaay doomam sa daf dee am so dañ war a bàyyi xel si loolu noonu trop te joxe na foofu noonu message man daal si album bi boobu moo ma si gën a neex ba pare di ko wax ni xam nga mu gën a am jom understand nga mu focus comme ni mu ko waxee rek si album bi focus mu gën a focus and then bu mu fàtte ni ci démbaam yi because fii nii duñ dee gis dara lu dul ñu nga xam ne ñu ngee dem suñ gisee ne ok lii mu ngee dem rek so dañoo bëgg a ñëw xam nga kële di wafeli so mu bàyyi xel si loolu noonu trop bu mu fàtte ni ci démbaam yi ñu doon àndal démba muy gën a àndaa gars yi daal so man yàlla dafa def nag Molez dama ko bëggal suma bopp rek to be honest because of yaroom ak teeginam ba pare respect nag to be honest di ko ñaanal rek gudda fan ak wér gu yaram di ko musal si cat laamañ ak bët bu ay loolu la amoon
One day go on. Name pass mic to one of the maestros in the house, Mr. Barhama.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Dilen nuyu everybody ñu fi teew ku ne sa tur sa sant dilen welcome one more time. But first of all, man, before my was more kadu, dama bëgg everybody to clap for Molez and of course Seka Beats. I want a big clap. You know, the reason lu tax ma wax leen lii gis nga ñu ne tooga su naree ne su baxee dafay xëy te lépp ñu ne suuf su setee dañ ko jël. And as a creative, sometimes the only thing that you need is just giving your talent. And if at all that's kind of the mic you know. Anyway, so like that individual is a producer, then it helps that journey to be really easier. But I just want to say a few things because man, yalla hamna we have started from way back. Okay. One way or the other, we have contributed a lot in the industry. But lolu dulu mga warte because they don't fi ide my Molez. Now one of the reasons, one of the qualities of a superstar. One of them. Countryman, pusal to it, wireless. I'm not here. Until you know, one of the qualities of an artist like Noah. The first thing Lumajeka understood about this young gentleman is about humility. Man, that's what I believe in. Man, aklula yala muna may, aklo muna mun what you do when, if at all humility is not part of you, then you are not part of us. And I believe, as a Gambian, man, I understand Gambia a lot, especially in the industry. I've been here for the longest time. But if you want to be consistent, the secret should be humility. Because no matter how great you are, the people out there who can lift you up today, they are the same people that can bring it down tomorrow to do. So if you are humble, you have a big possibility to grow, not just in the Gambia, but to grow anywhere around the world. And above all, it goes to the next thing, which is the talent. Hamga, you know, there are a lot of people that can sing, but few talented ones to tell you the truth. But you can be talented, sir. There are so many talents that are out there in the street, but nobody is talking about them. You know what? Because it takes more than talent to blow. This guy was doing rap. Look, understand, Monica. old ways of doing things won't open new gates. They must shift because that's what the industry needs. And smartness digger together with the team Bumo and shift Bomoko is way. So when I listen to the album, man, as a musician, I'm not just listening to see the good things that he has done. I was trying to pick here and there because we have to be honest to one another, right? We are here as creatives. Like, put me play everything, you know, go liba. We are here to make sure that we celebrate with him, and above all, you work on the hard fact. But Yala definitely with everything that I've listened to,
it's fire.
It's fire. Trust me, it's really, really fire. Fire from how many points? The 3 different points. The craft, how the songs were built, the contents of the song, the stories behind the songs, the lyrics, and above all, the instrumentation. You know, understand? So, lu nekk dafa contribute. So, and the girl, def na si lu garaaw, but sa waji dem def na si lu garaaw because I also know Johnny, man. You know, I know about your journey. I know where it started and where it is now. And trust me, you are really growing. From the past 3 years to 4, and where you are now is totally different. So the last thing, but not the last but not the least, it goes to every one of us here. We are here to celebrate with my brother today. We have taken videos. We have said this and that and that, but that did not stop here. One of the things is like, it's okay to be selfish when it has to do with your job, but sometimes we have to come together for one common interest, which is what? We see a talented brother. King I'm not best from the best be su succeed is not just for mom. It's malls, of course, but the Gambian malls. You understand? So from here, if I told you we were promoting the show once a while, every friend that you meet, tell him about the great songs that these guys have produced. Tell him about the great show that he is about to stage. Tell him about the great things that you want to contribute in making this day a success. You understand? So that's what we need to be doing for one another.